The Privileges Committee met this morning after the last session on the 9th of June this year. In the last session, two witnesses were in fact about to give evidence. That would be Dato Sri Muhammad Nazri and representative from EPCO, Brad Staples. Now this morning, suddenly there was a turn of events. The committee has decided to go practically on a report, a letter rather, dated the 19th of August this year, which was placed on our table this morning. No indication was given earlier that this would be the course of events which would be the order of the day. Now, be that as it may, now what is important is both I and Siva had no alternative but to withdraw from the proceedings. After a resolution was moved by the Member of Parliament from Mua and seconded by Dato Fong, that the proceedings go along not with what was decided by the House in point of there be an inquiry, which would mean the witnesses be called, including Dato Sri Anwar Ibrahim and also his witnesses, but to go solely on the report, or rather the letter dated the 20th of August from EPCO, and what had transpired in the House before. Now this is a clear case of proceeding roughshod over the rights of Dato Sri Anwar Ibrahim. I had very clear to the Speaker. In fact, I asked the Speaker, not the Speaker, the Chairman of the Privileges Committee, who is the Speaker of the House. I asked him why this letter dated the 20th of August was only placed on our table this morning and not given to us earlier. I repeatedly asked, and his answer was this: well, it has been given to all of us today. And what has happened is against reason, against all norms of natural justice, and something which is unprecedented, I think, to have gone about the manner in which the Privileges Committee went about this morning, except, of course, as far as I and Siva were concerned. It's my view that the Privileges Committee abdicated its role. Abdicated its role in that it has gone around something which ought to have been afforded to Dato Sri Anwar Ibrahim, the right to be heard. A decision probably has been taken now, or other recommendations will be made to the House, and it's for the House then to adopt those recommendations. We do not know what those recommendations are, and I don't think we will know what those recommendations are until the report is tabled in the House, probably on the last day of this session. It's a clear-cut case of something which ought not to have been done, something which I think deprives Dato Sri Anwar Ibrahim of putting his side of the story. So, as far as we are concerned, we are not taking part in what probably the Privileges Committee has already decided.
Yang Muhammad Karpal Singh dan Yang Muhammad Siva Rahsia adalah anggota Jawatankuasa Hak dan Kebebasan. Jadi kehadiran mereka dalam mesyuarat sebagai ahli dan hadir di sini untuk menjelaskan. Dalam beberapa pertemuan, sekali saya hadir bersama dengan Puan Ambega, peguam saya dalam kes ini. Kemudian ditangguhkan. Jadi kita belum dapat menyampaikan apa-apa pandangan. Wakil EPCO juga hadir. Tetapi jawatankuasa menangguhkan prosiding. Maka tidak benar dakwaan bahawa beliau tidak dapat menjelaskan. Saya sampai hari ini tak dipanggil. Walaupun dalam agenda mesyuarat saksi dipanggil. Dan dalam keterangan di Parlimen, bila diulang kerana usul itu bunyinya menghukum, Speaker menyebut, Tuan Yang di-Pertua, berkenaan perlu dirujuk Jawatankuasa Hak. Jawatankuasa Hak akan memanggil sesiapa yang perlu, dokumen yang penting, baru bawa rekomendasi. YB Ipoh Timur, Kit Siang bangkit lagi bersama YB Balik Pulau dan lain-lain. Ini jawapan speaker. Bila seorang tidur rujuk, ahli yang berhormat demikian akan dipanggil oleh Jawatankuasa mengemukakan keterangan. Ya. Dan kemudian baru selidik, baru buat keputusan. Ini begitu, dia sahkan tuduhan saya selama ini bahawa APCO itu begitu berkuasa. Satu surat dia boleh batalkan keterangan saya dan semua dokumen yang saya nak kemukakan. Saya siapkan bersama dengan Puan Ambega dan staf semua dokumen, termasuk perjanjian APCO dengan Mind Teams 4 Ogos 2009. Saya siapkan dokumen-dokumen lain untuk saya sampaikan dan beberapa keputusan yang penting tentang kedudukan syarikat berkenaan. Tapi Jawatankuasa Hak dan Kebebasan menafikan hak saya sebagai ahli parlimen yang tertuduh. Jadi saya bukan saja kesal tapi membantah cara yang sedemikian, menghina parlimen dan mengaibkan kedudukan dan kemuliaan parlimen. I consider the decision this morning clearly outrageous. It runs contrary to the clear guarantee by the Speaker of the House when we debated that resolution to refer me to the committee. He gave a categorical assurance that I will be heard, that they will consider all the facts, documents adduced and make a decision forthwith. But this did not happen. And they relied solely on the letter by APCO. This only confirmed my assertion much earlier that APCO is considered to be that powerful that they can, but one letter can just dismiss my right and then be used as an evidence as proposed by the honourable member from Muar to come to a decision without even my I've not been given the letter, so I don't know the contents of the APCO letter other than what is being told or referred to by the two honourable members. So not only it is outrageous, but we will continue to protest strongly, not only in the House but also to the International Parliamentary Union.